Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I just wanted to play with some new makeup, and I actually got a package from a new to me brand. This is from Fantasy Cosmetica, which is a indie brand, so independently owned. I would say they're a smaller business, and they make these gorgeous fantasy themed eyeshadow palettes. They also have perfumes, and they have lip products as well. And this is actually my first time trying them out. I've been wanting to try their stuff since they launched this fighter palette earlier this year. I just heard so many good things from some of my favorite small beauty creators here on YouTube that have reviewed their stuff, and so when they reached out, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I've been dying to try your stuff. And they actually have a new palette releasing, I believe today, as I'm launching this video. They're having a new Warlock collection, so I thought it would be fun to kind of swatch their palettes together, talk about the new Warlock collection that I have, and do this look. But I don't know, I'm excited. I feel like they have some really fun, unique color stories, and I've just been kind of bored with the mainstream makeup lately at Sephora and Ulta, so I've been diving more into the indie, especially eyeshadow palettes, and they've been coming out with some really fun Halloween collections lately. So I even bought a couple more things. Like I have one coming from Bella Beauté Bar. I'm also going to try Gourmand Girls. So if you're also feeling kind of bored with the mainstream palettes, I thought these videos could be fun. So since this palette is launching today, I thought we would go ahead and start with the Warlock collection. So I do have the eyeshadow palette here. Is a 9-pan palette, of course, with the name being Fantasy Cosmetica. All of their palettes are kind of based off of fantasy theming, and I think this is one of their more Halloween inspired palettes. Now let's look inside. In this palette, look at this color story. I feel like this is so fun. It is more colorful, of course, but I like that they make this easy. We have a gorgeous row of greens that we could do to create a total green monochrome look. We have a couple berry pinks and some purples and smoky tones on the bottom, so I feel like they do make it easy to create more monochromatic looks, which is kind of what I like to do. I'm not great at like mixing and matching colors, but I do feel like we tried, you know, something fun today. Let me go ahead and swatch this for you. So this should be out now on their website. I will link it down below for you. But the first shade we have in this palette is called Arcanum, and it is a gorgeous green. It is so vibrant and lively. Their shimmers are absolutely beautiful. I feel like they just have so much fun shifts to them, and they're very metallic. Next we have the color Packed. This is a muted green. I really like this color. I feel like it's a nice Halloween kind of shade. We also have the shade Ritual, which is another kind of more duochrome green. This one is gorgeous. It is a shimmer, and it kind of shifts from a gold to a darker green. It is absolutely beautiful. Next we have this lime green in the palette. This is called Profane. This is such a fun kind of neon green color. We have a berry toned matte. This is Power. This is such a vibrant color. Next we have a shimmer. This one is Patron or Patron. I say Patron because it reminds me of Patronus from Harry Potter. This one also kind of has a shift to it. I feel like it has like a pink, hot pink to a pearly shift. Absolutely beautiful. Next we have this black in the palette, or a dark gray. This is Occult. I guess it would be a very, very dark gray, but it is so pigmented. I feel like it looks black when you put it on. Another shimmer. This one is Offering. This one's kind of like a smoky purple. And lastly, we have a matte purple in the palette. This is called Eldritch. And here you have all the shades in the Warlock palette. I feel like it has just enough shimmers and mattes to create so many different looks with. I absolutely love these colors. So this palette is going to retail for $38.99, which I think is a very good price for the quality of shadows here. I mean, the shimmers are absolutely stunning, and the mattes are very pigmented but also blendable. Now also in the Warlock collection, they're going to have some lip oils. There is a total of 5, but she let me pick out which ones I would want, so I didn't want to ask for all of them just because some of them were shades that I don't think I would use. So I picked 3 colors. First we have this gorgeous red called Fiend. The red one is super fruity smelling. It smells so good. We also have this fun purple called Ancient one, and this one smells like grape. Oh, it's so delicious. And lastly, we have the shade Efreet, which is this kind of orange color, and it smells like candy. It smells very good. In that same collection, they're gonna have more of like a sparkly lip oil that's like a clear with sparkle, and a black lip oil, which is just gonna give like a very light tint to the lips. Now, this brand also does perfumes in some of their collections, and they do have one for the Warlock collection, and I wasn't like blown away by the packaging, but you guys, these last a long time, and this scent is so good. So this is the Warlock scent, and I literally sprayed this on me at noon when I got the package. It is almost 7 o'clock now. I still smell it, and it smells incredible. This smells so luxe, so high end. The packaging is not the greatest. It kind of looks like they just have a clear vial that they painted on, but I mean, maybe they could add like a sticker or something in the future, but they smell so good. So let me try to find the price of this. They do have different sizes. So they have like a 10 milliliter spray or a 30 ml, and I have the 30 ml, so these are $32.99, which I think is not bad. They also have a rollerball version you can buy for $16.99, and then the little mini 10 ml is $16.99 as well, or you could buy a sample, which is 1 milliliter of product, for $2.29. And let me share the notes with you guys. So this has top notes of pink peppercorn, basil, mint leaf, plum, grapefruit, middle notes of black rose, cilantro, white eucalyptus, cumin, base notes of vetiver grass, oak moss, patchouli, labdanum, and vanilla. I think it's very dark and mysterious, and I feel like it's perfect for this collection. I get a little bit of the florals in here for sure, but I also do get the sweetness from the vanilla. And I'm not a big floral girl, but this smells delicious, and the dry down is incredible. So I really recommend checking out their perfumes. So that is a look at the Warlock collection. That is also the palette I have on my eyes, which I will be showing you how I did this look and do a little tutorial at the end. But I am so impressed with this, you guys. Definitely check this out. But I do want to go over a couple of their other palettes that I have. So if that one's a little too colorful for you, I did pick out some more neutrally ones because I'm a neutral girl. Let me go ahead and swatch the Fighter palette. You can use my code on any of these, but I think this is such a stunning neutral palette. It's very kind of cool toned, and it just has some beautiful shades. Let's swatch this one. So again, this is the Fighter palette. It should be about the same price, I would think, as the Warlock one. So first shade in Fighter is Cavalier. Okay, that one was so smooth. I feel like it was almost smoother consistency than the Warlock palette, but it's just a matte gray. Next shade, this is a duochrome called Glory, and it is like a purple to blue shift. So stunning. That would be such a gorgeous topper on like any color. Look how shiny. Next is this mustard called Velour, and that is another matte. Then we have this fun kind of slate duochrome called Blade. This is like a silver, almost catches the light and you get a little purple, but so beautiful. Next we have Fervor, which is a kind of pinky copper. Oh my gosh, that is so metallic. Next shade is Victory, which is like a true like penny copper color. Again, such a beautiful metallic. Then we have this almost dark brownish, it's very cool tone. It's a brownish gray called Warrior. Very smooth. We have a purpley brown. This is Might. It's beautiful. It has like hints of gold glitter to it. That is stunning. And lastly, we have Marshall, which is just a nice cool brown. And here's all the colors from the Fighter palette together. I feel like if you're looking for a neutral palette, this would be the one. I think it's so beautiful, and I cannot wait to play with this one. I feel like this could be a nice everyday one for me. Okay, last one to swatch. This one is Druid. And I picked this one out because it just looks like a nice kind of earthy palette. Here is the packaging on it. And then, oh my gosh, the colors, how pretty. You guys know I love my greens, so I had to get this one. I think they've had this one for a while. So first color is Root, Again, very nice creamy formula. They seem pretty consistent with their formula. We have this gorgeous shimmer called Balance. This one has so many shifts to it. It has purple and green. It is so pretty. I feel like it looks mostly green on camera, but you can see the purple flash as well. Okay, next is Forest, which is a forest green matte. That's what that one looks like. And then we have a nice kind of copper shade. This is Bare Form. It's a little more golden, I would say, a little golden copper. This metallic green looks so pretty. This is Serenity. Look how vibrant that is. And then we have Sage, which is a matte muted green. Oh my gosh, this shade looks beautiful. This is Transformation. It's another duochrome. So this one shifts green to kind of a maroon or red. It is so stinking pretty. And then we have another brown with some sparkle. This one is Regrowth. It looks almost wet when I'm swatching it, but it's like a burgundy with a slight shimmer to it. And lastly is this more kind of warm reddish brown called Old Growth. And then here is the full palette of the Druid Palette. Oh my gosh, I love this too. If you guys like more earthy tones, if you like to wear greens and still have some neutrals, I think this is the one to get. So that is everything I have from Fantasy Cosmetica. I had so much fun swatching the palettes with you guys, showing you the Warlock collection. I'm really blown away by just their swatches, the pigmentation, how they work on the eyes, and the color stories. I think this is definitely a brand to check out. Like, definitely one of my top eyeshadow palette formulas. If you guys like shimmer and sparkle, I think you'll love these. I feel like I might even like these better than Nomad and Odin's Eye. I don't know. They're definitely ranking up there for sure, and I can't wait to do some more fun looks with all the palettes. But I do want to go ahead and do a full kind of look. This one we have on today, testing out the Warlock palette, which is the one that just launched. So we are going to be playing with this today, and we'll go ahead and use one of the lip oils too. So let's get into that. Alright guys, so we're going in with the Warlock palette. This is the newest one in the collection, and it is so pretty. I love this color story and very fun for spooky season. I'm going to start the look off with Power, this berry color, and I'm going to use this in my inner corner of the crease at least. And just kind of blending that towards the center. Super pigmented shade though. Once that is all blended out, I'm just going to wipe this brush off, and I'm going to use this purple called Eldritch. And place this kind of in the outer half, blending in a little bit to the pink. Next, I'm going to go in with the black in the palette. This is in the shade Occult, and this is going to go right in this lower outer half of the eye, just kind of barely blending into the purple that we used. And then I'm going to take this very fluffy brush and just kind of blend everything, just so there's no harsh lines and it all just kind of fades together. I am going to take Power again on my lower lash line. Again, focusing in the inner portion, just very lightly swiping this on. And then we'll go ahead and add the purple and do the same thing in the outer section and just blend those together. Next, we're going to take a little bit of this purple shimmer. It's like a blue purple shimmer called Offering. And I'm placing this kind of in the center of the eye. Gorgeous color. These are very gorgeous shimmers with not a lot of glitter particles in them, so I'm not really getting any fallout with this. Next, I did wet this little brush here, and I'm going to take this pink called Patron. And we'll put this in the inner corner. And just kind of slightly blend that into the purple. So that's kind of how the eyes turned out. I think it is so fun. I love these purples and pinks mixed together. Just a lot of shininess and gorgeous duochrome shades going on here. I'm going to clean this up with concealer just to kind of perfect everything. There really wasn't much fallout at all, but I do like a nice, precise, clean edge. Okay, so I put most of the rest of my makeup on, and I did add a lash. I'm using the BK Beauty and Risa collab. This is in Day Club. I just feel like a lash always pulls a very colorful look together. So I always feel like when I have really bright color, I do like to add a lash for a more dramatic effect, but you can totally do mascara too. And then for lips, we will be using the more purple lip oil. But I did go ahead and add some lip liner around just to kind of line things out. This is the Catrice Plumping Lip Liner in the shade Starring Roll. And we'll go ahead and apply the purple lip oil in Ancient One. This smells so good. I love the grape popsicle smell. So that's it for this video featuring Fantasy Cosmetica. I just really wanted to go ahead and show you guys a look with this new palette. This should be available the day that I am filming this video, so I will link it down below. You can actually use my code LeahJanae to save 10% on this one. I think it is a stunning palette and you can create some gorgeous, more colorful looks with it. And that code also works on their entire website if you want to check out some of the other palettes that we swatched today, the perfumes, the lip oils. I'm excited to dive more into their things, and I will definitely update you guys on what I think of some of the other palettes too in the future. Check out my Instagram. I might be doing some fun looks with them. But thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.